is up, guys? If you missed the last video, we put a bunch of beautiful K products onto the vehicle. See, I can't open the door. I can open the door. Shifter, cables. Tonight, I would like to try to start the car. So before we do that, got some belts. Big belts. 68-inch diameter belts. 7 ribs. Jimmy had these next door. We tested them all. Way too tiny. That ground kit, don't worry about it right now. If it's in the way, fuck it. We're gonna put the belt on and maybe start it. And then last night, Brian also welded in some delete panels. I was gonna take it upon myself, spread some Bondo before he got out of work. I did not do that, so might put some Bondo on it. I just don't want him to be like, oh, it's shit, and take it off. So the belt is on, but we have an issue because the power steering kind of pulls the belt out, which is not allowing the belt to get like full contact onto the alternator. Space out the alternator or get a bigger pulley for the alternator. I'm gonna crank it and Ant's gonna see if it, I don't think it's gonna move it, but we'll test. Nothing. Yeah.
That's so poor.
Yeah, so to fix the problem, we put a bigger belt on the alternator so we could adjust the pulley up more. So that way the tension went on the alternator. Here shortly, James is about to come over here and plug into it, which I'm very excited because we're gonna get it running much smoother, get it to idle good, and not sound like a tractor. So wait for James, and then he's gonna bless me with his magic. Let's get this thing running properly. Jesse, it's been a while.
It's been a while. Let's get it.
So I'm blessed by James's presence. He's gonna hopefully get this thing idling and running somewhat smooth.
Sustainable.
What size injectors are in this thing? Aren't there thousands?
No, they're 1,000. They say it on it.
Okay.
I know that.
I'm like saying, I had way too much fuel in it, I'll tell you that.
Did it?
Yeah.
It smelt it.
Can I start it?
Yeah. I don't know what he's doing, but this guy probably can't hear me.
Is there an idle screw? It might be set too high on the throttle body. The throttle screw's way in, Deej. You guys hear how like the tone changes, like with each change? Like you think it's running normal, like you would have heard it and been like, yeah, it's normal, and then you hear it run better, and you're like, oh wait, no, that's normal, and you hear it run better. It's cool.
I feel like it's a Honda thing where it does sound like that all the time.
Yeah, because it's running like shit. Yeah. You feel like you heard it when it ran good.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, that's what that's
it had
supposed to sound like
3 or 4 different changes.
Yeah, exactly. And each time you're like, that's normal.
Yeah.
And then it gets better, and you're like,
oh yeah, I've heard that before.
nah, it's not supposed to sound like that, yo. God, NA 4-cylinders are so loud. You better put like 13 mufflers on this thing.
Yeah, I want it to be very...
You guys did a nice job though.
Sleeper?
I really like the heater hose lines and stuff. It all looks cool how you ran all the cables. Like,
It all kind of just fit.
yeah, it's nice. But you know how it sucks because like you can't hide that shit anywhere. Like rear-wheel drive engines, you just shove it into the intake and stuff.
This, there's no hiding nothing.
No.
You have to just loosen it a little bit.
Yeah, so right now there's a screw that's holding the throttle blade open like a decent amount. So the better it runs, right, the more efficient it runs, which will make the idle higher, right? Because it's running more efficiently. It has like kind of more, we'll say, power to spin the engine more. So that's why you've heard the RPMs kept getting higher and higher and higher as the car running better and better and better. So we're gonna bring the idle screw down so we could idle at a normal RPM, and then everything's good. You got the full K-tune everything on this thing.
Yeah.
Where's my fit? Where's my K-tune fit, bro?
Where's the fit at?
He's gonna send the pack.
Oh,
hell yeah.
we like
Give me
that.
some breads.
You want it.
You see, right?
There's no oil in the tranny too either. Will that be in?
That's not good.
What?
Well, you're spinning the trans. Load on it. Is there really no fluid in there?
No?
Dumbass. Right, the clutch is engaged right now, so it's still spinning the internals of the transmission. You could push the clutch in. Is your slave cylinder hooked up?
It is, but it's not blood.
Yeah, see? Yeah.
It's
I
jokes.
just thought of that.
That's a good thought.
1.75. James said 1.75, so we're gonna go with that.
If not, he's
all the forms say 1.75.
They're gonna say, oh no, Shout out.
Ring.
Thanks to my sponsors over at Valvoline.
OF.
Selector is not in, so we go right in through the top. That would have sucked to burn this tranny.
What are you doing? What's this? Okay.
Fucking coffee, buddy?
Yeah, it'll pick me up. Good sight. I know way too many people. They do drive around like that.
Dude, imagine how loud it is in the car. Hear it run now. Like to hear the engine sounds good.
It sounds like a tractor before. It still sounds a little.
Just open it. But it's nice. The engine sounds. You don't get ticky tacky in the head. You don't like. It's not bad. Brian, bang it away.
A fucking crazy contraption. What's it feeling like there, buddy?
Looks alright from my house.
Yeah, that's what I thought before he even banged it out.
One-eyed shirt on the back of a galloping horse.
It's not gonna be that loud.
Alright, advancement like 50, starting like another 20.
You retarded it too much.
So there's spot on. Yeah. Yeah. It might be off by like 1, but you gotta get out of it.
How'd the timing look, bro?
Really, I mean, we were pretty far off before, so it was actually running decent.
I could have sworn that we did this, but I might be mistaken.
No, I said I wanted to do it, we never did it. Yeah, that's perfect.
It's obnoxious, but.
Ah, that's a hitter.
No, that's good. It sounds smooth. I'm happy with it. That's cool.
So would you say, are the injectors dirty now?
We can cut that part out.
Okay.
So we'd have a timing ladder before, so we were just throwing timing numbers at it until it sounded good, but we were quite a bit off. So we pulled timing back, nice and smooth. First episode we said timing.
I thought we did that.
Yeah, it's usually step 1, but it is what it is. Sometimes you just want to get the car running and make sure.
And
it's
honestly,
happy.
I think K-Series, it's such a good engine, that thing wanted to run no matter what the fuck.
K-Series.
That shit. You can feel that in your bones.
You running good?
She's running. It sounded smooth when I first started up. I was like, that's how a Honda sounds. Like,
Start it up. Let me hear it.
it's loose.
It's funny.
Why didn't it? Where was the limiter?
I'm fucking.
We're
I mean,
not going
we're
for
not.
that.
We're not.
Oh, I thought that's what you were doing. It
No,
sound.
I didn't want to.
Also, who knows what the limiter is right now?
I know. I never checked.
Nobody has ever looked.
Good job,
I
boys.
love K-Series.
Me and Ant, no clue what we were
Bro,
doing.
you guys did it.
Not a clue.
Sounds
But
great. I mean, it sounds bad, but it sounds great. You know what I'm saying?
I'm very happy with that.
DJ on my.
I will do that, but Spoon, we gotta put like 3 resonators, 2 mufflers.
I can do these in my sleep.
Quiet.
I know exactly what parts to order.
Anthony heard a K-Series.
I know. Spoon, tell him what decibel number you want. And Spoon knows how to get there. Like.
What are we doing, bro? This job is taking far too long. I thought you were flat rate.
I'm not getting paid for this. I don't fucking change oil at work. I've never
I
changed
thought
oil
you're the lube guy at work.
Yeah, that's fucking funny thing. Never been a lube guy in my life. Tell you that. Do have to fucking put air in the tires.
That's what you got an apprentice for, I thought.
Listen,
Fill him up.
prices are
35.
Great, but if you're moving and
Just gotta do it.
Sometimes you just gotta do it. Yeah, I see it. Right? It's the harder I work, the harder my apprentice works.
Sometimes the foreman's gotta kneel and shit sometimes too.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Jesse, you got faith that you're not gonna get electrocuted?
For sure.
Really?
This shit is off. Don't fucking turn it on. I'll die.
I've been shocked with 420 before. Ever get shocked by
I
420?
know people do this shit live, but fuck that.
We should do it live.
Fuck that. You can do it live.
Bro, you wanna try this live? You could do it.
Strip the wire with your teeth.
Got this beam out. It was hanging on by the conduit up there where the LVL was gonna go, but we're just gonna get a 2x10 because of the structure runs this way. So I've been trying to strip this rear bumper down. As you can see, the son had other plans for this. The molding in here was like, it was a decal at one point, and then it just turned to, it got all dried out and is no longer a sticker, so it's slowly but surely coming off. Brian's continuing laying filler. The rear quarter looks 10 out of 10, 8, 9 out of 10.
Should be all the filler on this side of the car besides the roof.
And then Anthony he asked me for 2,000 grit sandpaper. I didn't even ask,
Got a
but
little motivation.
I was just bored. I was bored. I did have something to do.
Tomorrow he's not bored, doesn't feel like buffing it.
Listen, I'm not crappy like that.
Listen, I will tell you, I just got a brand new piece of 3000 Trizac today. I'll bring it tomorrow. And the whole thing.
Nah, we're not doing this fucking thing, Brian.
Yes, you are.
Hand fucking thing. I'm buffing this by hand.
You want to go back to a fucking dial phone? They invent shit for a reason. New technology.
This car, finally we're gonna get the detail I deserve.
between the sanding and the demo, my
Bugs.
respiratory system is pretty weak. I could feel it.
This is the one you want for dust.
Now you're coughing
This
up
is not
red
paint.
paint.
This is dust.
This whole side of the car, I mean, I'm blown away by it. One big fear I have of this car is Brian making it too nice where I don't want to sell it.
Sell this thing.
No.
Why?
Because I think this thing's going to be way funner than anything that I own.
Yeah, because it's gonna handle well.
Yeah.
And that'll make, hopefully this gives you like a new lease on life, and then you unstance all of your other cars.
I don't think that'll ever happen. But I'll keep that clip for when the day, if it ever comes. Exhaust, we need to do the shifter cables, all that stuff that you guys will see coming up, and brake lines. That's like a huge thing that obviously we need brakes. Anthony was bored and wanted to wet sand a little piece of the car.
That's gonna take forever.
It shouldn't. It says we can hit it with a DA. It'll speed it up a little bit, the next step.
I think you're supposed to wet sand with a DA.
Yeah. No, thanks for killing. Look it up. It's called Trizac.
Okay.
Anyways, we'll pick up on it tomorrow. Great progress tonight. As we are back the next day, the shop is a complete and utter disaster. So before anything, I'm gonna clean up. Went and picked up the selector from sandblasting. Look at it. See it? All clean, ready for paint. This, I'm not gonna paint. It looks pretty damn good. So then we can put that in and hopefully run the shifter cables today. And it could technically go into gear. First things first, let me clean this mess up. For the selector, we need to tap 2 holes into the trans. So the 2 out of the 4s align up with the selector, with the Type S selector. So a hole here, and a hole right there. So I promise we used a vacuum after we did 1 hole. Plus Brian says we should use some grease on it. Technically,
You technically should.
always, like I said, there's the easy way to do things, the right way to do things, and Brian's way of doing things. We were just talking about this.
That look up there, bro.
Now,
Get it started. Start spinning it. It'll straighten itself out. This is a fluted tap, huh? Oh, nice.
it's a trombone tap.
All right, now back it off. Break the chip.
I don't like to do that.
What do you mean don't like to do that?
Like I said, there's multiple ways of doing things, and people have their own way.
Break the chip. You don't just keep going.
I do it a little extra, then it breaks the chip.
Alright, let's throw this pedal in. We need a clutch pedal in this thing since we're doing tranny things, shifter things. This is essential, so let's throw this in. Shout out to Peter at Ransom Garage. These are Integra pedals that he had. So now we can put the clutch pedal in her. Got the clutch pedal in. I just gotta put a cotter pin and a pin through her, and then we should hopefully be able to bleed that. For the hole for the shifter cables down there, we cut it with a hole saw. It was super rigid. Instead of getting a grommet, this little trick. You get a vacuum hose or fuel line, whatever, like this. Split it, and I'm just gonna like slide it over the hole so it makes like a pour grommet. Cables are ran, all ran. Cotter pins. Cotter pins only go on the in the engine bay?
I guess. The other side's bolted.
Really? Why do they give you 4 then?
It's the same thing I asked you.
And that's not RTD'd yet, but we just want to make sure this works before we fucking do that. Doing some cleaning, moving the router, cable management, what have you. How is it so hard to feed a few wires through? What's he doing up there?
Dude, they're all twisted, cocksucker.
As you can see, it's pretty clean up here because we got to keep all the weight off up here until we get some like structural integrity going so it doesn't all buckle.
There you go.
Electrician now? Detailer by day, electrician by night.
Oh, wait, no, you're stuck in the chair, dude.
Porn cable management. It's actually what?
It's actually kind of hard to get these in there.
I've threaded a finer thread than that in my day. Here, it's a mess right now. We need plumbing, we need electrical, we need outlets in here. I've just been cleaning out this little closet area. I want to do kind of like all the metal work in here. Keep like the metal out of the shop and the metal dust. It's pretty controlled in here. Move this bench down. I don't know where I'm gonna put the refrigerator yet, but this is just stuff I gotta do. Because this weekend we are reconstructing the, whatever you guys want to call it, where we demoed the damn wall. I'm very pumped that I took this wall down now. Looks a lot more open. You could breathe, you could see. The Honda's gonna look in there. No digging, Bri. This is the last application for the right side of the vehicle. Okay, new idea. As you guys know, the power steering pump is now where the AC compressor is, which pushes it way down here, right there. So look, follow my drift here. This, like that. If my science is correct, power steering pumps are gravity fed, so this just needs to be higher than the pump.
Yeah, but you gotta have.
Here we go.
It's gotta be like an oil
20
train.
degree
You can't go back up.
Could it go flat, the hose, the line?
Yeah, kinda.
All right, perfect. The powers.
No, I don't know.
He's thinking how you're gonna fill
You
it.
wanna hide it. Why do you wanna hide it? For what?
No, it's just,
Why are you hiding it?
you don't, there's no reason to hide it.
Exactly. So why are you doing that?
That's one option.
But we can do it. Yeah, that's
option.
one, and that's at the top of my list.
Let's get through the list. What's that? What else is on the list?
We-
Other options, maybe.
Right here.
Another dumbass place to put it.
We're lucky if it's gonna turn.
Normally this was over here on that side. We can't do that. All right, guys, so that's gonna wrap it up for this one. I can't wait to finish this and this so I can move on to something else. So let me know what you guys would genuinely like to see. I think my next build, I want you guys that are watching this video to choose something fun. An exoskeleton car would be super sick. Won't require body work, which I would love because for the past year, 2, 3 years, I don't know, however long it's been, slowly things are being transformed. It's hard to have just one, but let alone you multiply it and then the rest of it. It's a journey, but appreciate you guys that watch it and are along for the journey. So stay tuned and I'll catch you guys in the next one.